Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to explore 3 chords that are commonly found in Japanese math rock. So to me, these chords are really at the core of their culture's sound, and while you might hear them in other genres of music, the way that they're used and featured in Japanese math rock is really unique. So let's check it out. Okay, so before we look at our first chord, I just want to mention that the secret to getting the most value out of these is to use them as much as possible in your lines. Meaning you want to try and figure out as many inversions and arpeggio shapes as possible, and you really want to try and circle around the pitches that are contained within these structures. So if you like these chords, then do that. And if you want to know more about this kind of thing, then be sure to check out some of my videos on inverted chords and arpeggios. Alright, our first sound is sus2 and sus4. And you'll hear this chord in bands like Joyocho, Uchukanbini, Toe, and even a lot of J-pop. So this chord is spelt as root, major second, and perfect fifth. And the reason that I mentioned sus4 as well is that the chord can be inverted to create a sus4 structure. So if we have the pitches C, D, and G, I can take these exact same notes and start on the note G here, and I can put together a sus4 chord that is spelled as G, C, and D. So sus2 and sus4 are essentially the same chord. For chord shapes then, here are a few in the key of C, and afterwards I'll show you guys a riff that uses these chords so that you can get an idea of how you can use these sounds in a musical context. For our next chord, we have minor 9 and we have minor 11. And to me, these sounds are aesthetically interchangeable, meaning we can look at them at the same time. In terms of band examples, really every single Japanese math rock group that I've ever listened to uses this sound. Though maybe one thing that makes their usage of the chord unique compared to the Western sound is that Japanese math rock groups like to use minor 9 as a tonic sound, meaning they like to write songs in a minor key that focuses on this minor 9 chord. I mean, look no further than groups like Toe, A Picture of Her, Tricot. All of these groups have minor key songs that feature this minor 9 sound. It's just a good moody chord. So anyways, here are a few examples of some E minor 9 chords, and afterwards we'll take a look at an example riff, once again, so that you guys can get an idea of how you can use this chord musically. For our last chord, we have major 7 sus2, an ever-present chord in the Japanese sound. And when I think of this chord, I tend to think of a band like Pence Plus, but you could also really just think of anything on the pretty side of things. Anyways, in this segment, we're going to take a look at some EMa7sus2 chords, and for the third time, afterwards, we'll take a look at a riff so you guys can get an idea of how you can use this sound. Alright folks, so there you have it. I just want to mention again that when it comes to these sounds, it's really all about trying to milk as much value as you can out of them. So once again, I really want to put emphasis on the idea that you need to try and use them as much as possible in your lines. You want to center your lines around these sounds rather than just inserting these chords into a chord progression, because it's not just about chord progressions, it's about the overall note content that you choose in your ideas. Anyways, if you like this video, then please make sure to like, share, and subscribe as I put out a new video every single week. And if you want to support the channel, then please consider checking out my Patreon page, where for as little as $1 a month, you guys will have access to some bonus content like guitar tabs, lesson notes, chord diagrams, and other little goodies like that. And honestly, the Patreon page really helps me out as it allows me to get some bonus equipment to make these videos better. Finally, I also teach lessons through Skype. There's a link to my email address in the description below. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you later.